Sterling Holmes with Fansided and Stacking the Box here. Joined now on behalf of Abbott is Damar Hamlin. Abbott and Damar have teamed up to launch HeartMates, a program that creates a community for people impacted by cardiovascular conditions. To learn more, visit heartmates.abbott. Damar, how are you?
Amazing. How you doing? I appreciate that intro, man. You run your stuff.
I'm trying to be. I try my best, but I'm great, man. It's Halloween right here. I'm not dressed up yet. Do you dress up for Halloween?
Yeah, I do. So I fell out of love with it for a little bit growing up, but as I got into my adult life, it became fun again. I sat this one out this year, but I usually do.
I'm shocked you and the Bills teammates aren't all dressed up as something. I'm going as David Bowie tonight. But before we get into everything, I want to talk about HeartMates and that program. What all does HeartMates do?
So HeartMates is pretty much creating a community for all people, who suffer from cardio conditions. And we create that community and just allow people to share their stories and to be able to inspire and encourage others to do the same. It's a real unique place to be into, to be experiencing or dealing with, heart conditions. So to be able to have that comfort within your community and your own team, I first and foremost know what that's like specifically because the love I got from my teammates. It truly allows you to just settle in and allows you to just have your focus right and be able to take on courageous missions, with the right mindset, whether people have experienced it or not, it has truly, allowed me to be within myself. I'll speak specifically to a situation, teammate Von Miller, he had told me, regardless of, what you're feeling or what you're thinking, you already won. Like you already won. And, just that reassurance, from a teammate, from a brother that I respect and someone that I spend a lot of time around and communicating with, that small thing right there just eases you and allows you to sit in and just relax in your purpose. You know what I mean? So to be able to create that same team here with Abbott and with HeartMates, I'm super excited for it because I know what it'll do for everyone.
Well, yeah, you've inspired so many people just with your return. But as far as what the future holds for you going forward, what are some of the goals you have set for yourself this year and for the future?
I mean, sky's the limit, man. This year is so unique that I don't have any expectations on anything at all. I'm happy to be able to be, doing what I love at the highest level, man. To go through something like that and still be able to compete at the highest level and be want to be a part of that 1% that they like to call us, man. It's a super blessing, So I'm wherever I am, man. Wherever you see me, I'm somewhere working on myself. I'm somewhere preparing for the long run. I'm preparing for the long haul because I truly feel like the sky's the limit and the story's still being written. It's nowhere near close to finished at all.
Yeah, on 10/16, you actually tweeted out still healing. Are you still working your way back to being 100%, in the off season, the preseason, just this year in general? Are you still working your way back to game shape? What is this like for you?
I'm ready. I feel like I'm super ready. You know what I mean? And that's a blessing within itself, man. I spent so much of the early year healing and like seriously healing to where, I kind of feel like I low key stepped away from the game a little bit. But, to be able to be back and fully into it, I fully got my groove back in camp and, I fully got to play preseason. I played in all preseason games, so I'm super excited, but I'm super thrilled of where I'm at in my process. And, I got a long way to go on that healing journey as well. We grow through what we go through, and that's been kind of like my motto my entire life of anything that I went through. So, this is just another bump in the road and, but it won't define me. It'll only help me grow.
I want to talk about the Buffalo fans because they obviously came to your side. They've been great with Josh Allen, been great with just everyone on the Buffalo Bills team in general, but they're known as a wild breed, jumping through tables, obviously. What's the craziest thing you've seen a Bills fan do?
Man, I seen somebody jump through a table that was on fire and he was full of ketchup and mustard. So like I done seen some crazy stuff, man. But some of the most honorable stuff was, just through my situation, man, and how Buffalo fans continue to show up for people day in and day out, man. This place has been a city that, has been healing for a very long time. a very long time through a lot of different things and a lot of different circumstances. But one thing about it all, they continue to show up for each other. And like the city of brotherly neighbors is nothing short of just a quote. You know what I mean? This thing is real. Like they show up. I can remember last year we were snowed in. I went out and shoveled my car 3 times, and by the time I came back out an hour later, it was probably at least another couple feet on the car. But my neighbors, they helped me shovel it out. They helped us, be able to get out of our complex. And that's just a testament to the great character people up here in Buffalo. It's for real. It's really for real.
How hard or interesting has been this rise to a household name been? Obviously, you were a decent household name. You were very highly recruited out of high school. You were starting safety out of Power 5 conference. You were a starting safety last year, but now you're this. You mean you can't talk to anyone who does not know Damar Hamlin. I mean, you met with the president. You're everywhere now. How hard or interesting has been this rapid growth to such a household name?
Man, this is a place that I've always seen myself. This is kind of like a big vision for myself that I see myself, getting to through the game of football, and I like to feel like I was always a little somebody, you know what I mean? I always had a name within, my hometown and my city. And I stayed home to play for my city as well, but, I've kind of always been a person of good character, good morals, and always did the right things, when I saying it. To be able to be blessed the way that I was through my situation, for those characteristics, I feel like people fell in love with me for those characteristics. You know what I mean? So I'm just now with more on my plate. I just want to stand in a positive role model space because I truly believe that it's a fight, it's a war of role models right now. Social media is a big thing, and it ain't really too many people that's out here showing people a different way of doing things. So, I'm standing in that space, and I'm blessed to be here for sure.
I want you to show some love to a Buffalo Bills player right here. Who's the most underrated Buffalo Bill player?
Underrated in what ways?
Who's someone, not a household name. Everyone knows Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer. Who's an underrated Bill player?
I won't say underrated, man. I would just say maybe the notoriety hasn't came yet. But a guy came in with same draft class, undrafted, watched him work. Wasn't a Power 5. It was a Mac school, Bowling Green. Quentin Morris, our tight end.
Yeah.
That's one of my close friends on the team. I watch him work day in, day out, coming from an underdog position, which, I'm in that same position, you know what I mean, coming into the league. But seeing him overcome all the adversity and the statistics of undrafted making the team, and he's made the team, he's thrived, he's put himself in position to, be in this league a long time because of his work ethic and because of his play on the field. So, I'm super excited for him, to get back out there and to get back to doing his thing.
When the Bills play the Bengals this upcoming weekend, is there a little extra bond there? Is there a little extra respect between those two teams just based on what happened?
I can only speak through my experience and that was my first time ever playing the Bengals. So, I truly do feel like it's a different love and a different appreciation for the two organizations because, they have a unique experience together. It's kind of like a relationship when you go on different dates with a specific person, you kind of remember those specific dates and you point them out whenever, you get a chance to get close to them again. So, I think it's kind of that relationship, it's nothing but love. Since he showed me nothing but love and respect. And I'm so appreciative to them, and I'm appreciative of everyone on our end as well, of course.
Before I let you go, a couple quick hitters I want to get to. Do you prefer forcing a fumble, getting a sack, or getting an interception?
Getting an interception for sure. That's what's going to pay. That's what's going to pay the bills.
Playing in the snow or the heat?
That's a tough one because it depends. It really depends on. It's circumstantial. Like if there's wind in the cold, or if there's wind in the heat, that changes a lot. You know what I mean? But
Dude,
I'm gonna have to say, I can't be too hot, man. I'll start cramping up and stuff like that. The cold, you can work through it. You know what I mean? You get coats on the sideline, you got heated benches, and while you're out of those, you're running on the field. So it's a different dynamic. You're not just cold sitting in the stands.
I will tell you this: as far as media goes, give me the heat. Okay, I'm here in Kansas City.
Right.
I'm not going. We don't get those big coats. Okay, we don't get to stay warm. Favorite activity to pass the time when you're traveling?
When traveling,
when you're flying to the road games, you're flying with your teammates. Favorite thing to do with them?
I'm like a sightseer, man. I like to look out the window and see stuff, and I like to go to like the memorial places of a city just to like get that feeling of the city. You know what I mean? Just so I can have that same connection to it that the people who are from there and been there their entire life, they got to it. So, I like to go to different cities and, see the things that they care about as well. So I would say that's my thing, but I'm big into music as well. I love listening to music, man. Music really connects you to life and time periods of your life before. So I'm super big into listening to music. I can listen to music all day long. I really do.
Yeah, look at drum heads behind me. I'm the same way. I'm a drummer over here. Big music guy. Favorite band?
Mm. Mm. Favorite band?
Or artist. It can be either one. I won't make it too hard on you.
My favorite artist is Rod Wave. I just went to his concert back at home in Pittsburgh over the weekend. I got to meet him, and I really couldn't wait for that right there. He just speaks so much, for I would say people like me, that just go through a lot, been through a lot. He gives us a voice, you know what I mean? And I really appreciate him, man. He's a real good dude. He cares about the simple things in life, man. And he rocks with who rocks with him.
Yeah. Before I let you go, where can people go to learn more about HeartMates?
HeartMates.Abbott. You can go to HeartMates.Abbott, go right there. We got some great things planned, some great things for the future, man. I'm super excited.
Damar Hamlin, safety for the Bills. I will say this again here in Kansas City. I hope we see you. We hope to see you playing against the Chiefs in the playoffs.